was fixing other things. It was,
Yeah.
oh my god.
That'll do it. That and the DEF, the newer 1500s are just trash.
Def is
it's not deleted yet.
Even the 4.7s are just kind of trash. Don't get me wrong, I'd 100% buy one, but like the DEF just fucks that entire engine.
Trucks ain't the same, man.
They really aren't. They really aren't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd still probably buy a fucking low mileage, like 150, 200,000 fucking diesel from like 1995 through like 2015 before I'd buy anything new.
Dude, good luck. Mine was a 2015 6.7, and it was like took me forever to find it.
That's what I'm saying. You're not gonna find them because everybody wants them, but it's like, let me get this link up, that way I don't have to waste time.
What link are you getting up?
The trade doc video I was talking about earlier.
All right.
If you guys are in the training server, I did do my homework. If you guys are in the training server, please try to cease fire. I know nobody's shooting right now, but just try to hold off.
Are you in 1 or 2?
1.
Fuck.
Was that an irony? Was somebody just being an asshole?
That's why I was asking.
You don't know. You don't know.
Hold on, U7K was calling.
Yo, is this
somebody changing it?
open for everybody or beginners?
Yeah, it's open.
No, is it for like advanced or is it beginner? I guess
this is a beginner course.
This is still beginner.
Okay, I'll try. I'll let people know in the new player channel because they're asking.
Yeah,
they didn't.
I mean, it's like the newest beginner, but it's beginner level tactics.
Dude, I was like,
it's tactics. I'm just trying to get. They're just trying to figure out how to play the game.
Even if this was,
no, it is not.
I could jump into new player help and help them with that.
Are we in
I'll be in new player help
number
if they want that.
Why, but Maple, what about your training?
If anyone's in 2, can you pass it along that we're going to 1?
Yep.
I'll go join.
My ping though, my ping.
I'll go join.
Dude, even if this was my first training, I'd be coming to this bitch if it was for new players or not. I want to learn as much as I can.
It still involves Bellum. Like it's squad tactics.
Oh, very much so.
Like it's literally the bread and butter of how you win in Bellum.
Gan,
aside,
you're doing like
a step down
from
from
the time
platoon.
In the game.
Yeah.
Gan, did you
aside
say you want
the
training
higher
server
level
1?
Shit.
Is that the one I need to ask?
Yes, we are on training server 1. We changed that because there were so many people in TS2.
Okay. All right, that's the one
I'll
I'll
go
pass
over
along.
to 2 and telling them right now.
Jedi will also have a stream up on his YouTube, Vikram.
Yeah, it's up right now. Stand by and I'll give you a link, brother, in the chat for this channel.
Same with Gozi.
It's all right. I see the link. Thank you.
Okay, sweet.
So we got 1 more minute, and then I'm going to go ahead and start. The lecture period for this class is not going to be super long, and it's going to be a pretty big classroom portion. The video that we're going to watch today is approximately 7 minutes long, but it's cringy. It's old school trade-off videos, so you're going to laugh a little bit. The graphics look like they're on a potato, but it is still fantastic information. It is shit that Jedi and I probably learned how to do the squad assault on. So, I mean, this shit's so old that it's like 2004 and they still have UCPs on. It's great.
Dude, shit from the 80s, bro.
No, dude, this like it's an old trade-off video though.
It's the shit that the boys in Fallujah were watching.
Gan, can you give me a second?
Probably.
It's for the cadres who are in
Pollution boys.
Just make sure you spawn and you start walking because it's on the other fucking side of the map, so we don't want to take 20 minutes whenever we are waiting.
So one thing I will say, guys, is we are going to go ahead and start. I'll start streaming here in a second. Please hold all questions, comments, and concerns until the end of the class, since we have a very short lecture period. I will give some time for very short questions early on in the course. Keep in mind, this is a basic level course. We do not need to be getting into how does the 3rd rifleman on the 3rd squad deal with that one contact. We don't need to be getting into super nitty-gritty details. This is learning how to do a basic battle drill 2 alpha, following on from our initial react contact classes and movement into contact from the last 2 classes. So again, keep in mind this is a beginner course and try to hold all questions until you're either permitted to ask questions or towards the end. I do have plenty of cadre in the chat, so feel free to ask questions in the side chat of this actual voice room. And we will go ahead from there. Do I have any questions, comments, concerns before we start?
This is Lopez. I am unfortunately having to study right now for my college thing. So I just won't be able to join on this one. Sorry about that.
You're fine, dude. That's perfectly fine.
All right. Well, I will hopefully see you again.
Hey, have a good one, man.
Thank you.
All right. So for today's course, we're going to be going over 2 topics. Why are we shooting? We're going to be going over 2 I'm going to get out of Bellum for right now. I will join back when I am ready to go. All right. So 2 topics today. First, the 4 Fs. The 4 Fs are what directly lead to what the squad assault is. The 4 Fs are an acronym that stand for find, fix, flank, and finish. It is the bread and butter of the 4 things you should be paying attention to when doing a squad assault. Super simple work through the entire thing. So first, find the enemy. Whether they find you first or you locate them first, still applies. You're trying to do 3 things to them once you have located the enemy, right? So the first thing that you're going to want to do, even if you're the one getting shot at, you want to fix them in place, right? So I want to put out enough good suppression and that mad minute out towards the enemy so that they can't move left, right, or retreat. I want to lock them in place, right? From that point, my sister unit, be it another squad or be it another fire team, will do their best to flank. Now, what is a flank? A flank is just on either side an unguarded position or beside the enemy, right? So I'm going to draw a flank. So for anybody who's not familiar with the terminology, right? So if I have the bad guys at this X formation right here, their flank, and they're facing this way. Their flank is anything in this little half circle. Basically, it's somewhere that they're not directly paying attention to. It's somewhere you can get inflating fire, which means you can hit more than one person at once, or it's somewhere that they're not expecting, right? So if I have a fire team right here of bad guys, and they are all watching roughly that direction, their flanks are these 3 directions. That makes sense. But if I have one guy kind of watching towards another direction, that can still technically be a flank, but it's somewhere that they're going to be watching. That's why you have what's called a flank guard. But so you want to get around the enemy. You want to get on their flank, right? And then finally, once we're getting around that flank, once we're on that other side, what's going on here? Once we're getting around on that other side, we want to finish, kill, and move through the enemy. Now, in Bellum, you're not really going to have the capability to capture, but in IRL, we're taught make sure we're taking care of enemy prisoners of war. But at the end of the day, the 4 things you should be thinking through in a squad assault are the find, fix, flank, and finish, right? Super easy thing to remember. I'm finding them, I'm fixing them in place, I'm getting on their sides, and I'm killing them, right? Do I have any questions before we move into the squad assault? All right, moving on to the squad assault. The squad assault is the bread and butter of an infantry squad. So this is if you're questioning what battle drill this would be battle drill 2 alpha. It'll be marked in the Ranger Handbook. You can find it in the 2017 or any prior. Battle drill 2 has not really changed. It used to be called battle drill 1, and as I think of 2022, it has been now redesignated 2. So 2 is platoon attack, 2 alpha is squad assault. So I will say this as well. This is intended to be a hasty squad assault versus going into a deliberate. Now, what's the difference between a deliberate and a hasty? Deliberate, I have every intention of doing it. I'm not having to react to it. I can do it on my own terms. Hasty is something that I am having to react to, whether I wandered into the enemy or something has gotten into the cards where I either need to do it quickly and roll through. And I don't have that time to be deliberate about it. It's the same thing, but typically this is for hasty. All right. So the steps for a battle drill 1, and we'll watch a video on this a little bit here in a little while. So I'm not really going to go over it too terribly in depth. So our initial start to a battle drill 2 is just an initial reactive contact. Who can remind me what a reactive contact is? Let's go, Mr. Unity. What's a reactive contact?
Reactive contact is when you return fire to the first engagement.
So close. So reactive contact doesn't necessarily have to be I'm putting rounds out. You still do the maneuver of, hey, I'm seeing the enemy, I'm getting to cover. But if you were, it depends on what you're doing. So if I'm reactive contact, I can see them. Maybe they're not shooting at me, maybe they are. If I'm not shooting at me, I don't want to open up until my guys are in place. If they're shooting at me, you do the initial reactive contact where you're putting out fire, you're moving to cover, you're saying the 3Ds, and you're getting online trying to put out that mad minute to actively hold that enemy in place. Right? So pretty simple. Either seeing them first or they're seeing you, and you still pretty much react the same way, but try to hold your fire if you see them first. All right. So the initial contact team, and this could be Alpha or Bravo or with Satyr or whatever, it does not matter. The initial team is going to be the base of fire team. If you are under fire, you will react with what's called a mad minute. All right, Mr. Carpi, what is a mad minute? If you don't know, that's fine. Just say you don't know.
Going cyclic for the first minute or your first assault build.
Correct. So the mad minute is basically I am trying to put out as much fire as physically possible within a reasonable amount to try to establish fire superiority against the enemy that I am about to start attacking. Right? So that initial team in contact puts out the mad minute, establishes fire superiority. It is at that point, once the initial contact has been made and the fire superiority is trying to go out, the squad leader will then move to assess the problem, right? Is this something that I need to break contact with, or is this something that I think I can push through? Right? So the squad leader, if you guys think of it as, we kind of went over this last week, the squad column. So this is the most advantageous position to go in through, right? So you have your alpha team, you have your squad leader, right? Say we're in traveling Overwatch, and you have your Bravo team. So in this case, say Alpha team reacted to contact and is under fire. They are you've heard War Daddy if you've been in an East class, the Ting versus Ted, right? So the support Ting element or Ting is Alpha, they're the ones under fire. The maneuver element or the support TID element is going to be Bravo, right? And so when we're traveling in this, say Alpha takes fire, the squad leader's kind of in the middle. Second fire team's kind of out of context, so they can be back there, right? The squad leader is going to go forward and kind of assess the situation on what's going on so that he can better determine whether he needs to break contact or he can start maneuvering that supported element, right? That flanking element. So once that's kind of been determined that we can go ahead and support through that enemy, the squad leader will then determine or move back to the fire team, determine a quick path that best gives cover and concealment, and they will begin, say the enemy is right here. He will then begin moving on a flank towards the enemy. That's going to have a good path of cover and concealment. Who can tell me we're going over a refresher. Who can tell me what's the difference between cover and concealment? Beezy.
Cover is anything that stops rounds coming in. Concealment is anything that breaks a line of sight.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Voodoo, but please wait to be called on.
Sorry.
That is correct, though. All right. So, right, we're going to be using that cover and concealment, anything that either hides me or protects me from bullets. So, we're going to go onto that flank. Towards the edge or last point of that flank, right, before I leave that cover and concealment, you have what's called an assault point, or AP, or LCC, which stands for last concealment and cover. Right? So that is the position that I wait to before I move through the area. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. Do I have anybody who's lost yet? Going once, going twice. I don't believe in a dumb question, so I am asking before we continue on if anybody's lost. We good?
Hold up. Oh,
what's up? What's up? What you
my
got?
My bad. Barely just bought this game, like literally 2 minutes ago. Give me a crash course, like get this going.
That's not what we're doing here. We're doing basic tactics.
Happening? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a basic tactics course. If you need immediate help with the game, that's going to be down in the Help Me course. You're going to be looking for Miss Maple. She is a great asset to help that.
Where is that at?
Give me the channel right above this one.
Channel right above. Okay. Perfect. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yep. All right. So the supported element or the flanking element has been moved to the assault point or last cover and concealed position or LCC. From that point, you will have the supporting element, this SBF element, kick up the rate of fire, basically to immediately suppress, try to kill or maim the enemy. Once that has been done, you will then have the maneuver element attempt to start pushing through the AO or start pushing through the target or the X, right? While that's going on, and I can't really demonstrate it right here, the support by fire element will move from shooting directly on the X, and they will shift it either left or right, depending on which flank they're pushing on. If the element's flanking on our right side, then we will shift fire left, right? So if you hear your fire team leader say shift fire left, that means directly shooting left of the X. Now, why do we shoot left of the X? People are thinking, oh, well, we're just going to waste fucking ammo. That's stupid. Why are we shooting left of the X? The reason that we're shooting left of the X, not quite.
Or no.
Think you got dudes to your right, you got dudes in front of you, or dudes to your left and dudes in front of you. If you're the bad guys on the X, right? You got dudes that are pushing into you and dudes that are shooting at you. What are you going to try to do?
Pull back. It stops them from pulling back.
Exactly. Run away. If I put fire beside them on their other side of the dudes that are pushing through, what am I putting them between? I'm putting them between bullets and friendlies. They've got no good options. So they're either going to die or surrender, right? So once we've moved through that X and we've kind of gotten towards the edge of the shift fire, we're going to call what's called lift fire. Lift fire is going to tell the other fire team that we're shooting to stop their fire. There's a common misconception that saying lift fire literally means to shoot up in the air. That is not true. Lift fire is the equivalent of cease fire. I say that again. Lift fire is the equivalent of cease fire. All right. We're going to go ahead and erase this real quick, and we're going to go through what to do. All right. So we've gone through. We've kind of killed the enemy, right? So say that we have that still at that X. We have that initial alpha fire team that's online that's been suppressing. And now we have Bravo team pushing through. So they're still traveling that direction. All right. So we've pushed through and we've come up to our next covered and concealed position past the enemy threat. This is typically between 35 and 50 meters. Now, there is no set limit, but you're going to reach something called the LOA. That is your limit of advance, right? Limit of advance. That is where that team is holding, right? Once that's done, that fire team will call LOA, LOA, LOA. We say it 3 times so everybody can hear it. The fire team later will also say it over the net. Once the supported element has reached the LOA, you will then begin pushing the supporting element on the opposite side of the LOA. They will also reach LOA, and then you will begin providing 360-degree security. Why do we want to provide 360-degree security at the end of an engagement? Anybody?
The first thing the enemy's going to try and do if they figure out your position is try and flank you.
Exactly. They're going to try to smack you after you killed their buddies, right? So after both teams have hit LOA and you set up that 360 security, there are a couple things that need to happen. So reconsolidation of ammo, secure sensitive equipment, right? Or SSE. It's strategic seizing of equipment or something along those lines. Basically, it's collecting any dead guys there for information. So say we're on extortion, right? It's, hey, I've wiped out an enemy squad. Now I'm starting to gather their intel so I can go find the cache. Or, hey, I'm doing this to Satyr on attrition. I'm getting influence. That is what your SSE is in Bellum. I'm also taking care of any casualties that might have happened, doing my aid and litter. Right? I'm reconsolidating ammo. And then we're trying to do what's called an ACE check if we can. So ACE, literally just spelled out ACE. We're doing our ammo checks, our casualty checks, and our equipment checks, right? So work through everything from start to finish, right? We've reacted to contact. A team puts out fire. Squad leader decides, hey, we can hit this. They go to the flank. Supporting element starts shooting even faster, right? The assaulting element starts to go through. The support by fire shifts fire. They continue pushing through. Supporting element lifts fire. Assault element hits LOA. Supporting element now goes through LOA. 360 security. Now we're doing SSE and aid and litter and reconsolidation of ammo and your ACE checks. Now, if you can't do an ACE check, not a big deal. You're good to go, right? Once we've kind of gotten through this general area, you finish up what you're doing. You try to get off the X in about 2 minutes. Why do we want to try to get off the X? Mr. Lillum. Like after we killed the enemy, why do I want to take 2 to 3 minutes and then leave?
Because you'll be flanked.
No, so the enemy, we don't know where the enemy is, right? So rather than staying there in a marked position that we just blew to hell, I'm going to go leave and reposition. There's no point in me staying on that X. I've done what I need to do, so I'm just going to leave. Right? And once I've left, I can do whatever else I need to do. And really, once I've left, that's really the end of the actual squad assault. So I know that was a lot of shit thrown at you. Do I have any questions? Because I'm about to start showing a video that'll give you guys a visual demonstration other than my shitty Microsoft Paint of what we're actually going through. Do I have any quick questions before I start the video?
Yeah, I got one.
What you got?
All right, so
What you got,
playing
Mike?
as an SO, do you tend to stick with your TED or your ting element?
I
Is it really
tend to
just
support
situational?
with my 90% of the time I'm going to go with my flanking element, just because I want to know what's going on. I want to make sure that we're picking a good maneuver, right? And I want to direct that fire team with a little bit more micromanagement than normal on how to flank. Because while the fire team leader is completely situational and should have some of the best situational awareness, I may see something that he doesn't. I was also the one directly up at the contact, and I'm directing him how far to go around, right? So as the squad leader, I should know, even with the 3Ds, I'll typically have a better idea of where people are, be it friendlies or enemies.
Makes sense.
All right. Do I have any questions?
I got a question
Any more
as
questions?
well.
What's up?
When does the squad leader, I guess, like, kind of what's the criteria to elevate this towards platoon status, right? So let's say you had another supporting element further to your right in this engagement, right? Further to the right of the X. Do you then coordinate, like, I suppose, do you kind of have a heuristic for, hey, we're running into enough fire here that just my Bravo team is probably not going to be able to effectively flank and kill this element?
Our U.S. Army rule of thumb is what I'm going to give you, and that is a 3-to-1 advantage. Now, you're never going to fucking get that in Bellum. But I'm going to be completely honest with you. It could be 2 dudes shooting at me with a hot dog. If I got a supporting element like right off my right as a squad leader, I'm going to try to go with that, because more guns to the fight means more friends.
Right. That makes sense.
Right? Like, if I have the capability to do so, I'm always going to elevate. But I will say this. Platoon assault is completely fucking different. You're getting multiple squads involved. It's the same general tactic. It's getting that L shape. It's pushing through. It's shifting and lifting fire. It's just on a little bit bigger scale, right? That's a little bit more advanced, because now you're getting weapon squads or gun teams involved, and you're getting flank guards, and you're getting a full squad going through to be the assault element, and then you're reconsolidating a whole platoon. It's a little bit more advanced. But to answer your question, if there's a squad beside me, I'm going for it. I'd rather
makes
have the
sense.
squad with me to support and pin that enemy down with 9 guns versus 4. Right?
Right.
So does that any more questions before we go on to the video?
Yeah. Quick
Oh,
question.
go ahead.
Go ahead. What we got?
So at what distance do you consider this to be kind of like untenable? Because like you can't have like your one squad firing for like 10 minutes while they run a mile, you know, like.
I don't disagree with you. This is I mean, use your best judgment. That's the best way I can say it. If the dudes are 400 meters out and they're taking pot shots at you, yeah, I'm not gonna try to fix them in place and go to flank. But I mean, if they're 50 to 100 meters out, like they're outside of frag grenade range, but they're still within a viable contact, then yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go through this.
Okay.
All right. Who else had a question?
Oh, that's me.
Go.
Okay. So a lot of time. So I've been playing for about 2 weeks now. Love the game. It's ruined other games for me.
Okay.
Alpha Bravo. Let's say Alpha is making the flank. Bravo's making the contact. A lot of times is like we're winning the fight. It seems like we've won maybe 80% of the fight, and then all of a sudden the flanking element just goes down completely. It's happened like quite a lot of times. Is there anything to prevent that?
Not really. Unfortunately, not really. Because if both teams get engaged, there's not really much you can do. That's kind of my thing of if I can bring another squad to the fight, I'm going to. And that's for that exact reason. Because with more, like I said, more guns to the fight, I got more friends. With more friends, I got more eyeballs. I got more rounds. I got more everything, right? More grenades, more smoke. Everything to the fight just doubles. So the way to fix that is have your squad leader be in the supporting range of another squad. Other than that, at this time, with it being close to 8:30 and this being a 6-minute video, I'm going to go ahead and start the training video. Once again, I will make a disclaimer. This is a very old video. It is an oldie but a goodie. This is one of the training videos that I actually learned how to do the squad assault on almost a decade ago. Actually, literally a decade ago. So we're going to go ahead and move on to that. All right, can everybody see this?
Yes, sir.
I should say it should be a green screen that says unclassified. Does everybody see that?
Seen.
Yeah, we got it again.
All right. Cool. We're going to go ahead and start then. Again, super old video, but an oldie but a goodie. One thing I will say before this is, so this is a slightly different complement that the U.S. Army ran in the early 90s. We do no longer carry a gun team, and we no longer carry an RTO at the squad level. That has all been designated as your weapons platoon. So only be focusing on really the supporting element, the one we're going into contact, and the support TED element, the one flanking around. Those are the two that you need to pay attention to for this. So do not be distracted by 3 people being in the support the squad command.
$12 o'clock, 100 meters, 2 enemy. Bravo 1.
So notice that reactive contact. They're throwing out the 3Ds. They're putting out suppressive fire, and they're attempting to get to cover. Also, can you guys hear audio?
Yep.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
6, this is Bravo 1-1. Contact. 2 enemy with small arms. Possible observation post. Golf Alpha 4-5-4-3-3-7-1-2. Time 0945. Over.
Squad attack. The RTO will mark the time of the initial contact and begin to call out times in 1-minute increments once they begin consolidation and reorganization. Time hacks will continue until the entire squad is off the objective. The squad leader assesses the situation by considering location of the enemy, size of the enemy, vulnerable flanks to the enemy position, covered and concealed routes to the flank, can his team not in contact maneuver. The squad leader must also consider using indirect fire to eliminate the enemy position. Factors he needs to consider are priority and availability. Does he have it? Type and amount of support. Will it work against the enemy position? Location of the enemy in relation to the squad. Can indirect fire interfere with the squad's maneuver? The squad's exact location on a map. He can't risk calling fire on his own element. Danger close. Will the indirect fire help or hinder the squad?
You are the base fire element. We are flanking right. I'll call you on the FM for shift and lift. Whistle is alternate. The machine gun is coming up, but only use it if you absolutely have to. Bravo 1-6, this is Bravo 1-1. We are attacking the enemy position. Time now. We are conducting a squad attack on that position. Have your men drop their rucks and then follow me to your assault positions.
We're assaulting due west. That way. Stay between the bottom edge and the top of the hill. The enemy is just over that hill. Keep moving. Keep firing. Stay on line.
Bravo 1-1 Alpha, this is Bravo.
One thing I will note there, you guys saw the fire teams using their IMTs, their 3 to 5 second rush.
Stay on line.
This is good if you are in the open, but try not to do this if you're in a covered or concealed position. Try to use cover and concealment to your advantage. Speed is the key. Speed and fire superiority is the key in almost every firefight.
This is Bravo 1-1. Shift fire, over.
Shift fire.
Shift fire.
Roger, Bravo 1-1. Fire is shifted.
Bravo 1-1 Alpha, lift fire.
Lift fire. Bravo 1-1. This is Bravo 1-1 Alpha. Fire is lifted.
LOA.
LOA. Bravo 1-1 Alpha, this is Bravo 1-1. Bring your element up to the objective and occupy the northern leg of the LOA.
Support. Pick it up. Follow me in a shallow wedge. 3 minutes.
Team leaders, put your saws on the end to cover the flanks and rear. Team leaders, give me an ace. What's your ace?
100 round saw, 10 high explosive dual purpose, 2 mags, up and up.
500 round saw. 10 HEDP. 4 mags. Up and up.
Bravo team leader, give Alpha team 200 rounds of saw and 1 magazine per man. When you're done, prepare an emergency resupply request to get us back to combat load.
Bravo 1-6, this is Bravo 1-1. Prepare to copy SALT. Ace reports.
Bravo 1-1, this is Bravo 1-6. Send it.
2 enemy personnel with small arms occupying a possible observation post at Gulf Alpha. 4 minutes.
EPW and search. Come to my location.
Time 0945.
Listen up. I want you to start behind the machine gun team and move east until you are no longer on the objective. Then move in a zigzag manner from east to west, heading south until you completely cleared this objective area of anything that could hurt the squad. Ensure the 2 enemy personnel are no longer a threat. If any of them are still alive, separate them from their equipment. Zip tie their hands behind their back and place them on their stomachs. Report back to me when you're done.
So what they're kind of going over right now is what I mentioned earlier. So we don't have any prisoners of war in this game currently because we're just going to shoot them in the face as we dead check them as we walk through the AO. But it's still the same principle. We're looking for any enemy equipment that we might want to take with us. In this case, it's going to be intel for, say, or intel or influence on the other team. You will typically do 1 person per fire team. That way the rest can stay on security.
If the squad sustained any casualties during the engagement, the squad leader would call out his aide and litter special team to treat and package the casualty once the objective has been cleared of all threats. All we found were 2 enemy KIA, no other threats.
Okay, good. Smith, you are black. You take the enemy on the right. Johnson, you are gold. You take the enemy on the left. Search them and bring everything you find to my location. Go.
5 minutes. Black. 1 AK-47. 1 radio.
Gold, 1 AK-47, 1 pair of binos.
Prep a 5-pound charge to destroy this equipment. There's no room to take any of it with us. Bravo team, move back to your rucks.
The team that has the furthest to travel is the first to move. This method prevents one team from passing through the other.
Burning. Team leaders, you up?
Alpha team up. Bravo team up.
Alpha team leader, move west for 500 meters, and then head north again. Move out. Bravo 1-6, this is Bravo 1-1. Salute report follows.
Bravo 1-1, this is Bravo 1-6.
All right, we're not going to get into salute reports because that is significantly further down the line. That's kind of a more advanced / squad leader topic. Did everybody like the training video?
Absolutely.
Like
Yes.
I said, it's an oldie but a goodie.
Great.
Myth,
you
are black.
Yeah. So for anybody, if anybody's wondering, black and gold is a term that is typically used to distinguish different things. And so the Army color, U.S. Army colors are black or gold. Like if you ever see like the Army Strong or whatever, you'll see like a black background and a yellow star. It's the black and gold. So that is a way we can distinguish either directions or teams or anything that might need to deviate from an initial team. That is not used as much anymore. It's used significantly for react to IDF or fallback points. If I have multiple fallback points or ORPs, you can do that as well. Now, that's not very common to have multiple ORPs, but that's kind of what that was meaning. That's not them just going, hey, you're a black guy. No, that's not what they mean. They literally mean you're going black team or gold team. So, all right. Do I have any questions, comments, concerns before we start getting into the game itself?
I do have a question.
What's up?
So you hear the guys yelling 3 minutes, 4 minutes. So I assume that's time
We do not
spent
need-
after contact.
So that is
Yeah.
time spent from the start of contact, but now that is not really needed for what we do in Bellum. I promise you, I'm not going to expect you as a rifleman sitting there in a firefight to be like, oh, we've been in this contact for 2 minutes. You don't do that. That is a really thing in the Army that we really don't do anymore. We more send up just salute reports and sit reps to the platoon leader or up to the company commander, just to let them know what the status of our contact is. That's all we do. We don't do this shit of, hey, I've been in contact for 3 minutes. Now, it's also a good idea for the squad leader to keep track of that so he can keep track of his ammo count. Like, hey, I've been in rapid rate for fucking 6 minutes. My dudes are probably getting pretty low on ammo. Like, that's kind of some things that you got to think about. Like, you have the initial mad minute, and then you start going through a little bit more ammo. Any other questions before we get in game and start running this? All right, we're going to be trying to be on Rangers if we can. I'm saying we're going to try to be on Rangers if we can. Try to fill up the first the squads in order. If you would like to be an SL and you are not cadre, saying if you would like to be an SL and you are not in cadre, go ahead and try to take those positions. If you are in the squad leader or fire team leader positions, I expect you to be leading this. This is a hands-on training at this point. If you don't know how to do it, feel free to take those positions, but no, I will expect you to learn from mistakes if you make them. So we're going to go ahead and I will get in game now and let everybody know when we're up. As we talked about before, who did I assign what squads? Does anybody remember?
I remember mine, which is 4.
Beagle's got first.
All right. So you got Soul and Beagle. We may split you up to 1 or 2 cadre per, because I don't think we need 2 squad. Actually, we can do 1 squad per 2 cadre. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, 6, 7. Yeah, we got almost 8 cadre here. So I'm going to do 1 through 4th squad. Beagle and Soul, I'm going to keep you on 1. Vector and Victor, I'm going to keep you guys on 2. Tick and American, you guys are going to be on 3, and then if there's a 4th squad, Bad, you and I will take that.
Hey,
so
sorry to interrupt. Your video's not showing. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be.
Oh no, I'm not doing a video anymore. I'm
finished
currently getting into the I'm getting back into Bellum. So all right, the way we're going to break this up is if you're first squad, you're going to go to voice room 3. So again, if you're first squad, you're going to go to voice room 3. If you were in second squad, you're going to go to voice room 4. If you were in third squad, you're going to go to voice room 5. If you were fourth squad, you were going to go to training room 2.
Again, where are you? Like, what role are you choosing?
I'm going to be taking PL, and I'll be on in a second. I had to leave because people were shooting around me, and I was getting distracted.
PL on Rangers?
Yep, PL on Rangers.
All right.
What if we weren't assigned something because I did come in a little late?
That's perfectly fine. I mean, you're just pick a squad and try to do your best to follow along.
Where are the voice channels?
Voice channels are up above us.
Yeah, and which server are you guys doing this on?
We're going to be training server 1.
Gotcha. I can fill in a squad lead spot if you wish, Gan. I'll leave that up to you.
Completely up to you, sir. Like I said, I left that up to whoever wants to take them.
Do you want me on Rangers with you, or do you want me on AZ?
Let's see what we got. I think we have the manpower for you to just pick a random fucking spot in Rangers. I mean, I really don't care if we're AZ or Rangers for cadre, just so long as we can manage and talk to people.
All right. I'll try to follow along because I came in a little late, but
no, you're good.
I already kind of know some of the stuff.
You're going to be going through just shooting at them, watching their initial react to contact, the decision making, etc. That's kind of your point.
Hey, Gan, remember I'm the cameraman, so it'd be better if I am not assigned as true cadre in one of the squads.
You're good. We need to plus up squads anyway, so it looks like we can manage 3 squads, really, or 2 squads, probably 2 squads. So,
just again.
Yep. What's up?
So, I couldn't get here early enough, so I got your little free brief from that.
No, you're good. Actually, so Bad, Ed, he's not here. Tick and Vector, split yourselves up between first and second squad. Figure out whether you need to be a cadre or whether you need to actually plus up the squad itself. I have no issue with you being in the squad to help and be optimal riflemen, but also try to help, right? So I'm going to have the initial shooting cadre, and then we're going to go from there. We got a few less people than I was expecting today.
Hey, I'm sorry. Again, another question. Which branch is it?
What do you mean? Oh, we're going to be normal
branch.
Yeah.
Just main
branch.
All right, thanks.
Hey, Tick, I'm just going to be joining with 1-1 here.
Right, so you guys work between 1-1 and 1-2 because it looks like we're only going to have two squads.
I'm trying to let the leadership positions in the squad fill up before I nab one.
That is perfectly fine.
What do you want off for to position?
We're going to be positioning that here in a second. Again, with squads kind of being areas being what they were. I was not tracking on good positions, so I'm going to have. I'll get with the squad leaders and I'll kind of shoot with everybody here in a second. So go ahead and get in your designated teams. So your voice room 3 or voice room 4, depending on whether you're 1 or 2. Try to get loaded in, and we'll go from there.
My bad. I just got off the phone with my wife. What are we doing?
Oh Lord. Just go ahead and try to pick a squad inside training server 1, and then we'll go from there.
All right.
If you're going to be first squad, go up to the first room. If you're second squad, go to the second room.
All right.
It's going to be voice room 3 or 4.
Does it matter like what role we pick or anything? If we have
if you want to be a fire team leader,
knowledge
you can do that. If you want to be a automatic rifleman, do that. Just try to pick a spot that's open currently.
All right, sweet.
Is anybody left here? Not either. So Unity.
I'm sorry, I'm fine now.
Unity. I'll probably have you take squad lead and.
I'm on
roll
Al-Zalaam. I was just gonna give fire for you wherever you
That's
fire.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's actually probably not a bad thing because it doesn't look like we really have anything that's super fucking crazy. So it looks like we have just enough for 2 squads.
Yeah. So I'll just position wherever you want me to position, just so they can't see me on the map, and they'll have to react accordingly. You know.
That'll work. All right, let me go give briefings to first squad and then briefings to second squad, and we'll kick off the operation.
Yep.
All right, Unity, stand by for movement.
Yes, sir. I'm on the main road.
All right, so you're on the main road, the hardball.
Yep, right next to the fob.
Are you on the east? So you're on the east hardball.
I'm on the northern. I'm walking back over to the fob right now.
Okay, so if you're at our fob,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be moving. So you know where the high roll, the bowl is, just south of the fob. That ridged area just south the bowl, southeast side of the AO.
Stand by.
The encircled area with the ridge line.
Yep.
All right, you're going to be moving to just east of that. You see that like almost like lip-shaped tree line?
Yep.
Just to the east of that. You're going to be on the far west side of that. Yep. You're going to be on the far western side of that, matching up with that, not quite on the ridge line, but somewhere in that general area.
Gotcha. I'm just going to stream just to make sure real quick.
Yep, that'll work.
Hey,
yes,
Gon.
that is exactly where I need you. What's up, buddy?
Gotcha. Okay.
Hey, I'm currently TDY. I'm getting fucking recalled right now. When do you guys typically train?
Usually 2000s, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay. I'll try to hop on tomorrow, but
And I'm sorry, you're fucking TDY. That sucks.
it's for ALC, so it's not that gay.
Okay, that's
But
fair.
getting recalled is
You-
pretty gay.
You about to fucking make you about to make staff?
I've been staff for 2 years.
Okay, tracking. So you're getting the fucking back end of it.
Yeah, I deferred the first time because my kid was being born, and I was like gonna be in the middle of it. I used to be infantry, but I reclassed the UD, so our ALC is long as fuck.
Damn, that's ass.
Yeah, it's like almost 3 months long. So
God damn.
it's just dumb as fuck, dude. It's basically going through EOD school again.
Yeah, dude. All right, man. Well, like I said, so it's not always basic classes like this. Usually Thursdays are going to be more advanced. We're running through fucking advanced machine gun theory starting Thursday. I think that's going to be at 18:30 Eastern.
Dude.
So if you wanna hit us up, fucking feel free.
Sounds good, dude. I'll try to be there.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, later.
All right, later.
Gun, I also have an RPG class, so let me know if you want me to sling rockets as well.
That is perfectly fine. Victor, I've got one going into your lane that's going to be shooting cadre for you.
All right, brother. And do we know exactly where you want us yet, or no clue?
I already told you.
But
we're
the
gonna
two positions.
Oh. You know where the bowl is on the south side of the AO?
Let me check. The bowl.
I'm heading there. It's either going to the same spot. You can just follow me.
Yeah. Victor, just follow out. If you can see Unity, are you currently on Rangers, or are you currently on?
Yeah, we're on the same. I'm just to the right of him. You can see him on the mini map.
Can I? I can see you on the minimap because you're in another squad. Are you the RPG gunner?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, so you guys are
one, right?
I'm not there. Are you with the medic, maybe?
No. I'll shoot in a second. You hear me? Take it right into the tree line. I'll walk to you.
Yeah, because I don't hear you. Oh, okay. I think I heard that one.
Hey, I know you guys are on the opposite team. Stand by. 1-2-1-6. Stand by to enter your lane. Victor, when you guys are good to go, you have full clearance to say over your voice room chat to start your lane. Do what you need to do to get that lane done. I'm at this point round robining off to you. You guys have whatever means, methods, or anything you need to do to complete that training. The only thing I want to do is cover the initial movement into contact, the react contact, and then the actual assault itself.
That's solid.
So, all right.
Okay.
Break. All right, good to go. All right, Unity, if you have any more questions, let me know. I'm going to be bumping in between first and second just so I can get some eyes on.
Gotcha. Just let me know before you guys engage or come down, or do you want me to just shoot on contact?
Hop into voice room 4 so you can hear what's kind of going on if you wouldn't mind.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
We can speak about it later. Like right now, we're in a training, so it's just about time. Yeah.
Understood.
I'm sorry. I was
Okay.
talking to Gon.
Okay, guys. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm set.
You're set. Okay.
Yeah, we're set.
Okay. Blue 4, are you set?
Yeah, we're all set.
1-2 set. Roger. Okay. What we're gonna do? Open your ATAC, Bert. Yeah, there you go. So open. Go to south. Yeah, you see that Echo 5-9 or 8? Yeah, that marker. You guys are gonna push in squad column over there. That's basically your objective. Just move from A to B, and then you're gonna react to contact whenever it's necessary. It can be along the way, it can be in the finish, it can be in the beginning, wherever it happens. Just proceed however you see fit. I'm gonna be this guy with the binoculars, so just don't shoot at me. I'm not the bad guy, technically. So yeah, whenever you guys are ready. Also, meanwhile, guys, as we're walking, keep walking, don't worry. Just one thing, the enemy is going to react to your shots as there is no damage. They are going to slow down the rate of fire as they are suppressed. And whenever they are, they feel like you guys killed them, they are gonna not shoot. So there's no need to keep shooting 200 rounds in the dead body. Just treat that as if they were dead, basically.
Cadre, do me a favor. Run them through 2 iterations, and then we'll be getting together at the FOB for a class photo. Say again, 2 iterations, then class photo.
Roger.
Hello.
Hey, brother. Yeah, I was gonna say if you're in a security halt position, like you've reached an LOA or you're at a security halt, definitely take a knee or go prone.
All right, hold. Let's get some stuff here. So good run. It was pretty good. Only a few minor mistakes. One of them guys tried to talk less on the radio for a lot of stuff. For example, when you mentioned Alpha Reload, there is no need to say that on the radio because you are with Alpha already. You know what I mean? If you start saying that on the radio, people from Bravo hear it, and Bravo hears it whenever they don't have to. They are busy doing other stuff. So just try to keep that stuff on local, and also when you are working in local with that communication, just repeat that over the line because maybe the guy on the further part of the line, for example, if the rifleman is like 20 meters on the right, he might not hear it from the team leader who is 40 on the left. But if the guy between them says it, then he's gonna hear it, right? Another thing on the ace check, don't do it on the radio. That also is done by local because imagine you just done this assault. The squad leader is probably talking with the platoon leader, advising, "Hey, we just got this enemy fire team down, whatever." He's just advising with platoon leader, and he has to hear 5 or 7 or whatever people on the radio saying, "I have 5 magazines, I have 2 grenades, I have this," for like 2 minutes. So it's not very pleasant, and it's gonna difficult his task of squading. So what I wanted fire team leaders to do is they go individually whenever the fire teams are set in the proper place to cover the sectors and the LOAs, is just go around between teammates and say, okay, how are you doing in magazines? Just that way you can check physically also the medical status from your teammate, right? And you can just go back and you do that in local. And if the squad leader for some reason is busy, you can also go as a team leader to him and just talk to him local. And don't just go into the radio and tell him, Alpha is green or something like that, because again, he might be busy. You just ask, hey, this is Alpha. I have an HSEC waiting for whatever, if you're ready or whatever, just make sure that he acknowledges, okay, I'm ready and I want to hear that HSEC from you. Be proactive with that. Don't wait for him to ask you. Make sure you always do it. Another thing, during the assault, I noticed you called for LOA super early when you were on top of the enemy. Don't do that. First, you bypass the enemy. It doesn't have to be a specific distance per se. It just has to be whenever you don't see any more enemies, then you just push whenever you feel like you have a good cover, good placement for securing the area, and then you hit the LOA there. And you call that in the radio because you want everyone, including Alpha, who is SBF at this time, to hear that, so they know, okay, we are good to push and get to the next LOA and secure that. And also make sure team leaders, you find your fire team leaders covering the proper sectors, because in this case, I didn't see Bravo covering the south at any point, and you guys were moving the whole time. So you talked about LOA, you pushed 30 meters past the LOA, and then I didn't see a secured perimeter until Alpha was here, which is like 40 seconds. So that's out of time for an enemy counter-assault, you know what I mean? For like anything but that was pretty good. So good job, guys. Any questions?
So for LOA, I just leave that to Bravo to call that as
if
an
you
SL?
feel as an SL that is really needed for you to say it, sure. But since you're with the salt element, but usually leave it for the fire team leader. That way you don't have to, get busy with that kind of stuff, since he's the one gonna be looking for that fire team. But if you're with him, then you have more of a in saying that. But if you are in the SBF element, do not say LOA, because you don't know what's going on there. You know what I mean? You don't know the terrain that well.
What I will say to that is the squad leader is worried about the big picture, not the little picture. The little picture is LOA, and where you're LOAing, the squad leader is now going through all of those other things, the SSC procedures, what casualties does he have, what ammo does he have. He's going through all of the big picture ticket items rather than, hey, I'm watching security right now. Your fire team leaders are going to decide that and kind of work on that through that on their own.
Right. Okay. Any other questions, guys?
Makes sense.
All right, good shit. Let's pack it up and let's run it with the opposite teams. That way we can switch roles. But good stuff.
Ready.
Also, just one more thing I could actually tell you you can improve on as a squad leader. Whenever you want to set up, the movement, in this case, you don't really need to say east or something like that, because you're just gonna make the procedure longer for the fire team leader to like check, okay, what's the east? Just say flank right, action left, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter the cardinal direction. He's gonna flank either left or right. It doesn't matter the direction. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's easier. There is a beautiful word which we use, which is KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. The more stupid it is and simple, the better. It's going to be faster for reaction. And that's what we want, a faster reaction. All right, let me know when you're set. Also, guys, one thing I think it's kind of relevant, since we're moving information, the squad leader is not a part of the formation. By that, I mean, if he stops to look at the attack or anything, don't stop for him. Just keep moving, right? He's free floating around the formation wherever he wants to be. He usually will be in the middle, because that way he can go to any fire team whenever he needs to. But yeah, he's free floating, so don't worry about him being in a very specific place at all times. Set?
Sounds good. Yeah, we're all set.
Roger. Let's pick it up. You're saying everyone is dead already, so just continue like everyone is dead. Don't react to that fire. I think that's other people. All right, index. Oh, that's me. Click on me. Okay, I have a couple of questions, mainly for Bravo here.
Yep.
Why and when did you push? After Alpha was,
Honestly, I think I kind of misunderstood maybe the queuing of when pushing. But they called LOA, and then I was kind of just seeing when on the, I guess, the watch they were set up, and then once it felt like they were set up past on the LOA, then that's when we moved. So I might have missed the queuing of when that's supposed to happen, but it kind of was more of just when it felt right.
Gotcha. I'm just like asking this because I don't have the full picture. And was there like still gunfire as that call was made?
My understanding of, well, there was the gunfire, and then I think you had said that one of the gunfires was not part of the scenario. So at that point, I was like, okay, they're not fighting anymore, and they were on their LOA, so then we should be good. But I guess maybe I misunderstood the.
Some Bravo guys pushing pretty close when the LOA still wasn't set. That's why I'm asking. But maybe what's my perspective? I don't know.
I think I did see, because the fight went further west than our SBF was set, so I think there was a couple of my Bravo guys that did kind of follow Alpha down a little bit.
Gotcha. Then make sure as team leader they just stay in the SBF position, because then you can get mixed, and that was like a lot of people in one sector. And if you guys had some enemies straggling from the southeast, for example, which is an unknown direction, you could have all been flanked and killed there because you had no covering in that position. So that's one of the reasons why we hold the SPF until the other sector is covered from Alpha in this case.
Good thing you're in contact.
Tick, I think you guys are indexed.
What's that?
I can't respawn on FTL because he's
I don't think you're doing any more iterations.
Gotcha. Let me try to get some distance from you guys. So I saw some good things, some good calls about doing some bounding when you were pushing through Alpha, which that's good. We're gonna try to solve that. For now, let's start moving out to the village because we are gonna take a picture there for the class. But yeah, I saw some good stuff there. But we're gonna also make it better because I don't think you set up buddy teams per se. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I don't think we didn't really set up buddy teams.
That's something that I'd recommend setting up every time when you begin a match. Usually what we do is we put the automatic rifleman with the fireteam leader, because since he's the most powerful tool in terms of firepower for a rifleman squad, you want a person to be able to control it that is not on the ground laying hate like the machine gunner. So the fireteam leader has that job because he's at the end of the day not the main shooter of the squad. He's just trying to make sure that his fireteam is always effective, right? And then the other buddy team is going to be either the rifleman and grenadier or the medic and grenadier or whatever it is. And by that, they have to be together always. The reason for that is if you are doing that kind of bonding, it's way more effective because you always know where you have to be with your teammate, and if he goes down, you are also near him, so you can tell, hey, this guy is down, and that's going on. But yeah, just make sure you guys always sit up in the beginning of the match. One more things. The LOA seemed good. You guys saw another contact passed to the west, and you decided to push through it. But one thing I saw when you were doing bounding is that some guys will cross lines of fire. Once you guys are doing an advancement to an enemy in that type of environment, just don't try not to move too much to the left or to the right, because that's when you step in front of a machine gun line of fire, and then you get shot. Right now there's no friendly fire, but there is, when you do this kind of shit, it's when that shit happens. So yeah, always keep that in mind. Just try to go frontal.
Saw joined midway through, so I don't even think he's part of the training. He just joined up and G'd the fuck out because he got right with the program.
Okay, I got you.
And
yeah, I might have pushed a little too south there.
No, it's okay. Don't worry. Dick, did you notice anything since you were in them? I believe with them.
Yeah, I have some points for Alpha and just in general the whole squad. Communication. Yeah, way more communication needs to be had. Because when we're doing the actual IRL, when we're doing the actual section tech, we're always talking, communicating, fucking I'm covering, I'm moving, I'm fucking covering this fucking terrain piece, I'm covering this terrain piece. We're always trying to delineate information and try and give ourselves the best picture of the battlefield.
Make sure that's also in local, please. Don't fucking go into the radio to call every covering. Thank you.
I was gonna say, was the squad comm channel a little bit better on that last one?
Yeah, that was way better. I did notice like 20 times communications that I didn't need to hear if I was in Bravo or if I was in Alpha. Yep, that's good.
Especially when we did our shakeout, I was worried because I didn't see information get passed down the line, so I started using the radio chat for like large communication, like LOA and kind of shift calls, because everyone needs to know that.
Yes, sir. Correct. Let me go. Where's Gan? Where the hell?
All in all, Alpha.
He's
that was a
by
good
this
fucking
yellow
whip.
house. He's by the house.
No, yeah, but he's in the bush. I meant
Hey
that.
guys, go ahead and get on the east side of this house, please, and just kind of get everybody online. Once 1-1 gets here, we will go take another picture. They should not be too terribly much longer. So just
Alrighty.
go ahead, stand by, and we'll go from there.
Make sure you guys look cute. Check him out.
Yeah, good work, Bravo, on that overall. No, it was fun working.
So
Fun
when it
little
comes
thing.
to SL's role, it's mostly communicating with other SLs and with the rest of the platoon rather than the squad, other than giving more broad orders.
Yeah, so squad leader is basically a supervisor, right? He's gonna tell you a couple things you have to do, and since you should trust in your fireteam leaders, they should probably do the task properly. If you see that something is not being done the way you really want it to be done for some specific reason, then you can just feel free to, hey, Alpha, shift this way or whatever. But fireteam leaders are the ones that are going to be micromanaging the team, basically.
Okay, so essentially squad leads manage the battlefield, fire team leads manage the firefight.
Yeah, that's a way of talking about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do have one thing I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
This is more of a personal topic for one individual. Love you. Make sure that when you are going to prep a smoke or a frag, that you tell people to your left and right that you're going to prep a smoke or a frag.
We're gonna go after that. Trust me, we're gonna go after that before. Sorry, after.
Yep.
Just want to get the photo on first.
Yep. Someone walked down a little hill, just a little embankment, and then they had a face full of AK.
That is not nice.
I had a question about the bounding, actually.
Yes, go for it.
Because I guarantee you the dude crossing lines of fire was probably me. I was so when you're bounding, I was just trying to move cover to cover. Do we just how do you decide where you're going to bound to if you know, like, I can't go too far this way or too far that way, or I'm going to get shot in the back of the head by a friendly. But there's no cover. What if there's no cover in front of me, I guess,
So
is
the
my
main
question.
problem there was that the bounding wasn't done right because you guys didn't have body teams or any like actual structure per se, which means that everyone is kind of bounding free roll. So you don't have the ultimate to the left, which is the one that you're gonna cross the line of fire moving with you, right?
Okay.
But if you have body team set, you have your two guys on the left separated with 5 meters, 2 guys on the right. So that way is way more difficult to have the friendly fire incident because they're gonna move together. The 2 guys that are closer to each
I'm
other.
right here on your
so
right.
they shouldn't cross their lines because they're moving together, and then the other team's gonna move together.
Yeah, I got it.
So that way you avoid that kind of stuff. It still can happen. And it's seen very like a lot of times in the professional world, but it's something that we try to mitigate and just be very aware of your environment. Yeah.
Give me a second, guys. Any
Okay,
cadre?
that makes sense. And probably the communication the Tick was talking about earlier would help.
Hey,
with
you guys
that
might
too.
want to spread out just a little bit on the left side over here. Y'all are kind of clustered.
One thing I will say is, cadre, please meet me in the cadre or managers channel after this, so we can go over hot watch for cadre. If you like, I told anybody who is not an active cadre, we will drag you in.
Sounds good, boss.
I do have to say, sorry.
With the moving, with the moving, wouldn't you want to double back and kind of go behind
everybody
the
stand by.
friendlies when you're moving across, a fire zone? Wouldn't you want to go behind them?
No, because
that gets into break calls or like harder shift left calls where if you need to like shift the entire formation over. When you're just doing like if you just need to move left into like some better cover where you're bounding into, as you're bounding, you're just gonna say shift left, shift right as you take your bound, and then the next guy's gonna know, okay, when he stops, I have to go more to the left, I have to go more to the right, I have to go wherever to give this guy more space to do his work. And like the extremes on that is the dude on the far left and the far right. There's no like movement box that's been set unless you're in a training environment. You can go fucking off. You can just do a dead sprint and run 100 meters off into the bush on the right if you're the fucking far guy. I wouldn't want to, but like you can do that. So you can go as far laterally along this kind of like movement axis that the frontal assault has been set.
Oh, I
So
want
you can give like as much space as possible, and that was part on my fault as well. Is the shift calls did get fucked up because we did do the shift calls, but they got fucked up in the way that people were saying shift right and then shift left, and then nothing would happen because people would get like overloaded. But that would be resolved with like more communication.
What kind of communication do you need to be giving when you're bounding? Obviously, when you're moving, and then like what else?
Basically, realistically, when you're bounding, a lot of times you're not even going to hear it because of the fucking gunfire. But one thing you have to keep in mind is you'll hear the gunshot from your teammate next to you, so you will know, okay, they are covering me, right? And then that you can take that as a giveaway. Okay, they are set, so I'm gonna start moving. Because also you keep in mind, you're in this case in a forest. You might not have a perfect view sight from them, so you might not know whenever they are set visually. So you have to get those sound clues. But usually the communication you're gonna be doing is the element covering is gonna say set, covering, or set, move. And the other element is gonna acknowledge by saying moving, and they're gonna start moving. And then whenever they are set in the position, they're gonna say set, move, giving the permission to the other element, hey, you can move because we are set right now. Also, make sure if you have to reload on the move. Don't wait until you get into the firing position, because what you don't want is to get there, the other element to start moving, and then to have to reload after 2 rounds, so they are in the open exposed.
That changes for the saw, right? Because it pauses your animation.
Correct. Yeah, that's another different problem. If you're, you have a few rounds, maybe you just move with the team leader